Our first question comes from Dan, TheManUtdFan. Let up, Dan. He asked me, what's your favorite song from each Kanye West album? I like Kanye. I know a lot of people don't like him because of his antics and nonsense, but as an artist, I enjoy his music. So I spent a good amount of today going through his albums and trying to figure it out for you, Dan. So, College Dropout, first album, debut. It was tough. I had to actually go back to it because I was like, I really don't know. I knew on the other ones, but on this one I wasn't sure. I'm going to go with Family Business, because it was kind of different from the rest of them, or it was a little more personal and stuff. Close second, maybe not close second, but a couple others were School Spirit and We Don't Care, that first track. Woo! Dope. Okay, so the next one, Late Registration, Touch the Sky. I actually went to see Kanye in concert shortly after this album came out. He was on tour with Lupe, so they did the song together. And it was before I was actually into Lupe too, so I had no idea what was going on. I just knew I liked the song. I missed all of Lupe. He did a whole set, and I didn't know any of it. I only knew one song. I felt like a dumbass afterwards. I was like, damn, I actually like Lupe. But I figured that out like years afterwards. But that's one. Yeah, that's probably the top one. Heard Him Say, I like that one too. And it's got a couple other good ones. Graduation, no doubt. I Wonder. I don't know why, but that's my favorite song out of the whole. I listened to that thing like the first 2 years of college straight. It was just in my disc changer, and that's all I listened to. So I know it pretty well. I don't like Drunken Hot Girls like at all, really. That's like the one song I always skip, but rest of the album, dig it. Then 808s and Heartbreak. Top one on that one is got to be Welcome to Heartbreak. Just because Cudi, that was first Cudi appearance on like a real track before he blew up, because he had a kid named Cudi for the longest time. I was a big fan of that, and then he got on that track, and then that kind of vaulted his career, which I like him too. Second favorite was Love Knockdown, because those drums, boom 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. That was dope. And then that song was on DJ Hero eventually, which was cool too. The next one, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Tough to choose. The whole album is fire. I went with All the Lights just because, everyone getting together to do that one track is dope. But I also like Monster. Jay and Nicki up in there. Monster. Yeah. I like rapping Nicki's verse. That's fun to rap. And also Blame Game, that whole 3 different voices speaking about the same thing. That was dope too. Jesus, that one, it threw me off at first. When I first heard it, I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then after like 2 or 3 listens, like, it's dope, just like the rest of it. Top one, Blood on the Leaves. I just can't resist that beat. That beat is sick. And then Black Skinhead, which was one of his singles, and Hold My Liquor. I like that song just because beat jump out, got my comb up. That's fun. That's fun to sing. And then you got Life of Pablo. That one I actually had on my phone for the longest time as the original release, because like the first person to ever like change songs as he released it. Like I had the first initial version of it the longest time, and then I got a trial of Apple Music, and I was like, wait, this is different. But like I knew he said he was gonna fix Wolves, and he fixed Wolves. Like I'd say that might be my top track, but after when he added St. Pablo, like I had not heard of St. Pablo before I got Apple Music. So before that it was Ultralight Beam, because I think that's been my location on my profile since the thing came out. Maybe Famous, just because it's tough to choose, Dan. You gave me a hard question. I'm probably going to take the longest on this one, so I apologize to everyone else if you feel gypped. I can't help it. He asks questions, and there's a lot of albums to go through. Life of Pablo. So it would be St. Pablo, but Ultralight Beam, one of the two. And then Famous, Wolves, and Waves. I can't help the beginning of Waves. Like I like the beginning, the end. I'm not just turn me up. Step up in your spotlight. Yeah, I like that. So, and then Yay. Ghost Town. I mean, I listened to this probably the least, mainly because Kids See Ghosts came out like a week afterwards. So Ghost Town, just because it's like the first part of one of my favorite songs on the next part. So yeah. And then I had to go with the collabs. So Watch the Throne, going with Otis, classic. Some people might go with Homies in Paris, but I liked Otis. I like the classic track on the background, you know, the sample. Also Murder to Excellence and Who Won't Stop Me, because I like the dubstep, techno, EDM amalgamation with all that. That's cool. And then Kids See Ghosts. Whole album. I don't even want to pick one. I know I have to, because you asked what's my favorite single song. So Free, Ghost Town Part 2. Just whole album. But that song, number one, you know, the track will come on in my car, and I just belt it out. I can't help it. But all the songs, Cuddy Montage, Reborn, Fourth Dimension, all fire. So thank you, Dan, for the question. Thank you for kicking it off. This is the long one. Thank you, Dan. Love you.